Hey, it's your Fed Phoenix back at ya. For those of you that are relatively new to my page, it's kind of why I made this in case just you just see like one or two of my videos, and you don't really know the benefit of for you as a federal defendant for watching the videos on my channel. But anyway, I want to talk about what you can do proactively to help yourself as a federal defendant to get the best possible outcome at sentencing. Now, some of you may be thinking, I got a paid lawyer, he's the best, he told me to sit and wait and he's going to handle everything. And that's what I'm going to do. So if you get a cellmate that says they're the best at managing your commissary, you're going to let them do that too. Because just like your commissary and the management or mismanagement of it can greatly impact your stay in federal prison, allowing your lawyer to, for you to just sit on your hands or stick your head in the sand and wait for your lawyer to handle everything for you is pretty much, rolling the dice on your fate. And the reality is there's a lot you can do, a lot proactively. If you're on pre-sentence release prior to getting sentenced in federal prison or, in the federal court system, obviously you're probably going to prison, to help yourself. Most of which your lawyer's not even going to discuss with you. Some of which he may not even have thought of, and he don't have clients that even bother. Or he's not going to make more work for himself by saying, okay, here's all the formalities. Because you're going to hear your lawyer say a lot, oh, this is just formality. That's a formality. It's all formality. And really what they're saying is, I'm doing the bare minimum while potentially, selling you some wolf tickets, talking a good game, so that I can get this check for being your lawyer. And I don't really give a damn how things play out for you at sentencing, truth be known. You know what I mean? That's really what's implied there, but they generally won't say that to you. In fact, they'll often tell you you've nothing to worry about. They got everything under control. Every federal lawyer on the planet, even half the public defenders, is going to say, I'm best friends with the prosecutor. I've known the judge since I was 4. We're going to get the outcome we expect to get. They can't guarantee you that. And 90% of the time, they're just blowing smoke. So don't take any of that as, man, I really lucked up. I got the golden ticket with this lawyer, because it's probably mostly BS. There's a reason why people generally don't trust people like lawyers. And so anyhow, they tend to be very good hustlers. And I'm not going to leave my fate primarily in the hands of some random hustler who gets paid the same no matter how good or bad my outcome is. And you shouldn't either. One of the things you can do, your character reference letters. You don't want to pile up a bunch. You just want a few. You want top notch. Now, top notch is not, as you may think, the most influential people in your community. It's more so about 50% of that and 50%, of those close to you who have known you for decades, preferably. Personal narrative. You need to decide if you're going to do a personal narrative or not. And this needs to be submitted, about a month or so before your sentencing if you're going to do one. And you need to know what to put in that, what not to put in that, what's going to help you, what's going to hurt you. You need to be conscientious. Your lawyer should be doing a sentencing narrative about a month before your sentencing as well. You need to make sure you see that. You need to make sure that it properly conveys what needs to be conveyed to really try to persuade the judge from a application of the law perspective of why you should get the most lenient sentence possible. And if it's just a generic copy paste and it's not real personal about you, then it's completely not served any purpose at all, other than your lawyer having another formality to check off the list of things to do prior to watching you go to prison. You also need to look into, you need to do a little restorative justice if you can. You need to identify who your victims are, because you're going to need, to talk about your victims and things like that in your personal narrative. You're going to need to address your victims when you give allocution. You need to be prepared for allocution. You don't wing allocution. I mean, if you want to just leave, your fate to chance, then go ahead, wing allocution. But don't wing allocution. And if these things I'm saying, sentencing memorandum, allocution, personal narrative, are new terms for you, there are videos on my channel breaking down each and every single one of these things, including in-depth detail on how they apply to you, how to make them work for you, how to get the most out of them, and how to use them to get your best possible outcome. You'd be doing some volunteer work, some restorative justice. A lot of people think, and honestly, it crossed my mind. While you're on pre-sentence release, hey, I'm passing my UAs, I'm doing my monthly check-ins. Maybe yours are more frequent. I don't know. I'm not getting into any trouble. I'm out here doing the right thing, and that's going to show the judge that I'm a decent person. There are no participation prizes in the federal injustice system. None. So, and you mentioning to your judge at any point, hey, judge, I'm not doing anything bad right now. He's going to think that you're just entitled, that you think that you need to be given a prize for not being a criminal. You need to be given a prize to comply. You need to be kind of bribed into doing the right thing. And that's not a good look. You don't want the judge to get that impression of you under any circumstances at all. How you dress at your hearings in front of the judge, how you carry yourself, your body language. You're going to probably be nervous. You're going to want to fidget. A lot of people do. You don't bounce your leg. You don't play with your hands. You don't wipe your hands on your side or have nothing in your hands. You don't chew gum. You wiggle your toes in your shoes. That's a way that you can fidget. You can get some of that nervous energy out that literally no one is even going to notice. So, if you're curious about these things to help you get the best possible outcome through the federal injustice system, and particularly in the courtroom, and things you can do outside the courtroom that are really, most of which have nothing to even do with your lawyer, that can give you the best possible outcome, as far as your sentence goes. I have videos breaking down every single aspect of this on my channel. Additionally, I have videos explaining to you how to mentally, spiritually, financially, and socially, prepare for prison. How to, in all those ways, get through prison. All those ways make your reentry easier for yourself. Because right now, before you're even sentenced, you can start paving the path to making your reentry more smooth and less problematic. So, so I'm Fed Phoenix, Fed is in federal, Phoenix is in, where's my tattoo at? Show y'all a little something. What up? But there's actually even a video about how I named my page Fed Phoenix, in fact. So anyway, check out my page, my channel. I hope to see you there. Feel free to drop comments, questions. If you didn't know, you now know. I'll be sentenced in a couple months in federal court. I'm expecting my plea deals for up to 4 years. I'm expecting to probably get about 2 of that, is what I'm hoping for. If you like the video, This is kind of an introduction, I guess, in a sense, to my page, but more so just to kind of make people aware that prior to your sentencing, there's a lot that you personally can proactively do from a legal perspective and a lot of other perspectives to make your situation easier leading up to prison, your prison sentence more lenient, your prison time easier, and your reintroduction to society much smoother. So please check out my videos. Feel free to leave comments and questions. Once I'm incarcerated, I will not be posting new videos. I cannot respond to comments and questions because I'm incarcerated. But hit the subscribe if you want to see videos as they're pushed out. Hit the dingy button, little notification bell, if you want notifications when I make new videos. The thing is once I go to prison, until I come back out of prison, there will be no new videos. There'll be no new content, no responses, no nothing. If you hit the notifications button, then what happens is when I come home from prison, you'll actually know that I'm home and that I'm making new videos, and I'll be able to share new information with you, which I think will be exciting and probably interesting for both of us. In the description of all my videos, or most of my videos, particularly the more recent ones, is my email address. Again, I can only communicate back and forth with that prior to prison. When I come home, there's my Cash App if you want to donate to the page. There's, my information, my BOP number, my full name. If once I'm incarcerated, if you want to send me a little blessing, or if you want to just write a letter, I would love, because God knows, anything to distract and pass the time. I would love to get to know you, to talk about your legal situation with you via mail and that kind of thing. Now, if you do send mail, I want you to be very conscientious of the fact that all incoming and outgoing mail in the federal prison system, most of it is photocopied and is all monitored. So do not write anything in a letter to me that you would not read out loud to the judge in front of the prosecutor, because essentially that's the risk you're taking when you write a person in federal prison, or even speak to them or correspond in any way. So if you do choose to keep in contact with me while I'm incarcerated, please, 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 please proceed with extreme caution as far as discussing anything that could potentially incriminate you. So, anywho, I just want the world to know there's a lot you can do leading up to your sentencing, on pre-sentence release to help yourself and help your loved ones even get through this, and then help you get through your incarceration and your reentry. So check out my videos. If you're someone who's interested in this type of thing, definitely look at my videos of preparing for federal prison, preparing for your PSR, preparing for your plea hearing, on personal narratives, on sentencing memorandums. Watch these videos. I'm giving y'all all the information that I have scraped, scrounged, and researched, for years, for a couple years now, to come up with. And I want to pass it on to you, a condensed, very direct version. And that's my gift to you. That's my way of giving back and trying to balance as much as I can from my little teeny space in the universe, the injustice system, the scales of that. So have a blessed, beautiful day. This is your Fed Phoenix signing off, and a good day. God bless.